good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Thailand. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to True Blue Thai. Hope you're doing well. How are you? Sorry, Cap. Welcome back to One Put. Today's One Put. Yeah, One Put. Yeah, Wednesday. Anyway. Today, for some strange reason, going quite slow for me. I don't know why, but I don't mind. Anyway, it's one Put Wednesday. It's about 11:15 here in Thailand. I've just been doing some research, etc., about what's going on in the world of Manchester City in the last 24 hours. There's some interesting conversations with Stefan Burson and on that Talk Bollocks t-shirt platform. It's a pretty decent show, really. What's it called? Where they go in depth and about many things, etc. But even though the presenter is a bit of a what's called, and they're just United fan in a Hawaiian t-shirt, with just and a pink one underneath, talk about bad taste. That was interesting to listen to. But also, there has been a lot of news coming out of Manchester City. So the international break's over. What's it called? The Trent Alexander crying by the Liverpool fans. He's a betrayal. He's a Judas. Crazy. It's now settled down a little bit more, and now the Man City news is coming in like crazy, because now the media can actually focus on the upcoming remaining of the Premier League season and the FA Cup, which we've got this weekend. Nick Cushing also was talking yesterday about the ladies and a massive game against Chelsea tomorrow. One Palace of Bodi Thursday, and so for instance, and they've got the ladies have got a massive game against Champions League, and if you're not doing anything tomorrow, for instance, but basically support the ladies, watch the game, support the ladies. It's be 3 a.m. in the morning for me when I watch the game. All we need to do is go through the 90, get our injury-ridden squad, and because we're 2-0 up in the first leg, and knock Chelsea out, and that'd be absolutely amazing. And then we play Barcelona in the semis. So, to which we've beaten Barcelona this season, the ladies. Anyway, so moving on, a lot to say, a lot to talk about. So, what's it called? The news is okay. So, let's go through. So we talked about Kyle Walker. Yeah, so it looks like he's definitely staying. Going. I think they were looking at about 20 million, but I think they're trying to negotiate the private Kyle Walker to leave for Atletico Madrid. I think it might even go on a free too, because it could basically get Man City's the salary off, the books as well, because he was on a fair bit of money on Man City. Bernado Silva, what I've also been hearing, is also confirming that he's actually is staying for until the end of his contract. No surprise there. I'd be very surprised if that changes. They were looking at Man City were looking at a guy from FC Kot. I lived in Denmark for a long time, for 10 years. I supported FC Kot, FC Copenhagen, and for you guys. And it appears that there was a guy called Rudy Bood Kelly. Right, so yeah, that's so we'll bring with this young man, a 19-year-old forward from Kuwait, who's represented Swedish at youth level. Man City is interested in trying to add to their squad. So, for instance, there is a potentially young man coming to play. He's been playing at. Be able to bring him on free. Somebody interesting in at the moment. But again, it's one of those things which the papers talk about, and what do you do? Anyway, so it's a name. So we mentioned it. If it comes up again, I'll mention it again. But at the moment, it's just a name. Again, there's going to be a lot of paper talk, especially with regarding Man City. This nonsense about Tyler Dibbling. Originally, when they fought Tyler, I thought it was Tyler Durden. You remember the Fight Club? Boom, boom, boom. You remember that? Tyler Durden. That was a bit of a fantasy thing as well. So, and this is just as much of a fantasy thing. This young kid, 19-year-old kid from Southampton, and Southampton slapped £100 million price tag for a 19-year-old who wants to play. For instance, plays for Southampton and only scored 2 goals, and Man City have actually put Southampton put £100 million transfer fee on it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'm sorry, it's not. I don't care. I know the teams are interested in him. I know they were saying 19 Premier League sides are interested in him. Blah blah blah. Plus, Germans, Leipzig are interested in him. But nobody's going to pay £100 million for a guy, for instance, in a relegated club. I think the maximum will get is 30, 40 million quid for him. And and that would be, but again, but I don't. The fact is what's called, he's a 19-year-old midfielder. And at the moment, etc., Man City are looking for experience and no experience in our midfield. We don't want another 19-year-old guy coming in, for instance. But, we've got Kosovic. And you've got Rodri. Then we'll have what was his name, Nico Gonzalez. For instance, we want proven midfielders. So yeah, not a 19-year-old, and definitely not paying £100 million for it. So that's absolutely nonsense. That I'm not doing that. By the looks of it, I heard just today, Eddieson definitely looks like he's. I would say that's getting up to about 70% now. He's leaving. So for instance, I can definitely see him leaving now, and which is very disappointing. I think he wants to look at pastures new, So for instance, I don't think, but it's a shame. I'm going to be miss Eddieson. But where I am, Man City have also keep. You can also feel out play goalkeeper or somebody leaving the goalkeeper when there's a lot of Man City are linked with a lot of goalkeepers, and this is the latest keeper linked with. Where he's the Torino guy from Torino is he plays from Torino. He's on Milan Kovacic saga. What's it called? He's been back in the link. I think with links before it's gone quiet, but now we're looking back at him. Again, it's all speculation. You never know. He's 6'7", so he's quite a tall guy. What's good? But he should be. It would be interesting to see, for instance, if that one. He's made 20 appearances in the year. So far, conceded 30 times this season. So 6'7" and 2 inches. Napoli also keen on Torino, awaiting. I think his price will be about 30 million quid. I'm not sure. 28 years old, so it's still fairly young for a goalkeeper. But so that'd be something. Gerard Braithwaite. He's getting a little bit disinterested with Everton, and he's probably looking for a move. He's Man City, the Rags, and a few others have been linked with him. He's disappointed because he's not been included in the Liverpool. I don't think he's going to go to Liverpool. Spurs is up, but I think he wants to go to the club with to go to the World Cup. We were more recognised, we were more profile club, and and I just don't think United can afford him, basically. That'd be a guy interesting. Florian Wirtz, I heard it's now one. Someone said yesterday is for instance he's going to sign his contract at Bayer Leverkusen. I heard, for instance, yesterday that he was going to make his decision by April the 14th. I think that was it. April the 14th. He was find whether he was going to go to City, go to Munich, and a new contract. If he signs a new contract, he'll have a release clause in 2026. Since Madrid don't want him this season, but next season. So, for instance, I don't know. I'm also interested in Madrid, but again, it's all speculative. We don't really know from the player. Also, he's interested in come City as well. So, I think Man City really, really want this guy. I think he's one of our top targets. But for instance, we might not win out on it. For instance, especially if he signs a new contract. So, but it would be a shame, really. because I will receive live verts at Man City 10%. Right. Other news. Other news. Load of news. Rodri has confirmed that Rodri will sign his contract extension. I believe it's fully agreed. It's been fully agreed. He's expected £345,000 a week. Nice if he can get it. So here we go. When he returns, City, he's going to be a fine extension to his contract. So that would be Rodri tied down City for the rest of his playing season. So that would be the So that'd be amazing, for instance, if he stays. I'll look, so for instance, if he does that. It appears that the APT rules have which Manchester City contested, where the Premier League pushed through, has now been found out is to be illegal. So, for instance, the amended APT rules is now going to be illegal. So if that's the case, then Manchester City, for instance, have won the next case. But the media haven't picked up on it, I believe. But this again, for instance, this is on the rumourville, from a guy called Craig Partytime, for instance. He was actually saying it yesterday on LB show. If that's the case, then the APT, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board again, the Premier League, and they're going to have to sit down with Man City, like Stephen Buston said, in the in this series before. He is. So the revised APT rules, which Man City said don't change them, but the Premier League like, oh no, let's try and get it through. It appears that they've rushed it through. It appears that they got them back, and it says the amended APT rules are wrong. So see how that works. It's not being brought up by the media. We'll see what happens. The news on the 115 has not broken, but until we've got to wait until the 115, it'll get a 24-hour fundamental heads up, the clubs and the Premier League, when it's going to be announced. So, but nothing's been announced. I think it's going to be in April now, the looks of it. So for instance, it looks like it'll be in April when it gets announced. But we'll see what happens. But so a little while long to wait before the APT gets done. But we received no notifications at the moment about the APT. So there's a lot actually going on. I see the players have come back from the international duty. So Kosovic and Reece having a chat together. The players are see who's come back. We don't know anything about Guardiola. An update of Guardiola. I don't know what the story is there. I haven't heard anything. Looking at pictures yesterday, for instance, haven't heard anything. Again, we won't know anything until Friday, probably at the latest, when Pep does his press conference. But so we'll hope, fingers crossed. But other than that, for instance, it's been a busy few days, busy 24 hours. I would say, no news for a few days, apart from bits and pieces. But suddenly all this is coming in. Rodri coming in for us, signing his new contract, that'd be amazing. City winning the APT, that's good. And for instance, another one for the Premier League. But we'll see what happens with Verts. Verts is going to be an interesting one, to whether he will sign, he don't sign. I know whether he stays. I can't see him going to Bayern Munich. Whether he'll put either line to Spain or come to City. But I know City are pushing, but it's going to cost us a lot of money. Anyway, so for instance, I'm going to leave it at that. So, True Blue Tie from Thailand. I hope you're doing well. Have a really good day, whatever you're doing. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. For instance, if you come to Thailand, if you got a question, let me know. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some more news about what's going on. Take care. Cat from Thailand.